Hi, I'm Ben Thornton and welcome to Teesside Debates. Today we've got two students from Teesside University talking about student finance. There's been a lot in the paper recently about the raising of the caps and we're going to discuss that with them. Firstly, we've got Jen and then we've got Jess. So, to start off with, we'll start with you, Jen. There's been a lot of fuss over how sort of difficult and messy it is to sort of get your student finance sorted, and a lot of people have had to send things in again and all sorts of things. Did you have any problems with yours?
Yeah, well, I still haven't got my one from this year back, but last year when I was applying, it took about 6 months because my dad works abroad and he had to fill stuff in, but obviously he couldn't fill it in because he works abroad, so it was really difficult. I was very angry.
Right. Okay, and Jess, did you have any problems?
No, spot on. Like,
Not
no
problems,
problems, no.
I think you're one of the lucky ones then.
I was organised, you see.
Alright, so you're saying that Jen wasn't organised?
Yeah.
Right, there's been a lot of uproar about the sort of the raising of tuition fees and what that's going to mean for students. What's your view on it, Jess?
Well, the country is like falling apart anyways, and we're in so much debt. We need to get out of it, so by raising it, like, it'll like prevent some people coming from going to university. But if they really want to go, then they should be like know that they're going to get into debt and be prepared for it. Not just be like, oh my god, like, do you know what I mean?
Right, okay. Jen?
Well, I think it's shocking because I think that, yeah, they're trying to get money back, but they're taking it from all the wrong places, and then it's not fair to do it to university students who are poor as it is.
Do you not think it's fair in that you only pay back a relatively small amount based on your salary? Like, you don't start paying back until you earn 15 grand a year, and then it's something ridiculous like a £5 a month.
Yeah, well, I just think like it shouldn't be that expensive because it's going to take years and years to pay off.
Well, yeah, they are. I mean, they are raising the interest, I believe, but it does get written off at, is it 40 or 50 years old? I think it is.
When you're 50.
Yeah, if you haven't paid it off by then, you get the rest of it wiped off. So if you don't necessarily get a big paying job out of it, then you don't have to pay it back. Yeah,
well, that side of it's all right, but I still just think like raising the interest isn't right.
Yeah, wrong way to go about it. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
But the country's in so much debt anyway, so by doing that, it's preventing some people from going to university, so then the country could save that bit of money and help us get back to where we were.
It's a fair point.
It is, but I think my opinion is right.
That's fair enough. Right, we'll open it for questions from the audience. Have we got anyone first? Yes?
My question's for Jess. Do you think it's fair that just because people come from a poor background that they shouldn't be able to go to university because they can't afford to pay for these tuition fees?
It's not saying that people from a poor background can't afford to go to university, because they get the student finance and they get help from them, but they've got to be prepared to pay that debt back.
But if they come from a poor background, then they
it doesn't make a difference.
Able to pay it
but
back.
Like, they're not going to have to pay it back until they earn a certain amount.
Next question. Yes?
Going to university.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, people should just know what they're getting themselves into. If they want to go to university, then they should be dedicated for that. And if they don't want to go, then don't go.
Right. Okay. Yes?
What if there is no tuition fees, then what about students who are already at uni, and then like if they can't afford it, they might have to drop out? Would it affect them?
I don't know that. I'm afraid I can't answer that question.
I'll pass that question over to Jen.
Sorry, what was the question again?
If there is tuition fees, what about students who are already at uni, and how will it affect them?
It doesn't affect them. It starts.
Would it be for new people?
Like if you left the course and started again, then you'd pay the higher fees. But yeah.
Right, so it doesn't affect them. Any more questions? Yes?
But Jen, since you're against tuition fees going up and student finance, can you think of any alternative to how the unis could be funded?
No. Sorry.
No, nothing?
No, not really.
Jess, you got any ideas?
Could you repeat the question?
Since tuition fees are going up and student finance is staying the same, can you think of any alternatives for the uni to be funded?
No, I can't. Can you?
Fair enough.
Apparently that was a very good question then. Any more questions? Yes?
So Jess, do you think it's right that different unis can charge different prices?
I don't see why not. It's like, you know, might as well if they can. Means they get more money. Why not go for it?
What do you think about, just to pop in there, what do you think about like undercutting? Universities will drop their tuition fees right down just to attract people, so it's cheaper. Think that's right?
Yeah, because then more people are going to be like willing to go to university. And
But they'll be tempted by a potentially worse university just because it's cheaper.
well,
Rather than now where, no matter if you go to the worst university or Cambridge,
it's
the
their own
same.
risk, innit?
Okay, fair enough. One more question. Yes?
Hi, it's for Jess. Do you agree with the prices going up for like medical students, as it would cost them £100 debt for the whole course? Do you think it's fair for them to pay that much?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
It's not fair, really.
Student finance is awesome.
Okay. Alright, well, we've got no more time for any more questions. I've been Ben Thornton, and we've had thanks to Jen, thanks to Jess, and thanks to the audience for asking questions and taking part. This has been Teesside Debate, and we'll see you again next week.